Real World's Clover Chicory Blend.
My captive deer are simply for research and to learn more about them. One of the things that I've learned that really stuck with me is the nutritional needs of a whitetail and how they change throughout the year. The lessons that I learned with these captive deer I've taken to the field. In the spring, the sooner you can get a good food source, a good green, high-protein food source into those deer, the better off you're going to be. It really helps those bucks and does as well to recover from the winter, the stress of the bad weather and having to search for food. I've found the best thing to do that is clover. Clover greens up earlier in the spring than just about anything else, and the deer take right to it. As you can see here on my farm, I've got a strip of clover planted right next to the bedding grass, and this clover actually serves two purposes. These grasses need to be maintained by burning them every 2 to 3 years early in the spring. If you'll burn them every 2 to 3 years, they should also last forever. But when you burn them, you need to keep that fire under control. And you can see off to my left here, I've got some pine trees planted, and the last thing I want is for that fire to get into those pines and burn them up. So to prevent that, I've got this strip of clover planted to separate them. And the other thing this clover strip serves is a nice food plot. When the deer are bedded in these grasses and they step out, the first thing they step out into is a lush green field of clover.
Now for the scientific part of the plant analysis and the truth of what your wildlife are getting from the Real World Wildlife Seed food plots. This Clover Chicory sample taken in May has some highlighted areas of what to look for. At the top left, you will see that the crude protein is an incredible 33.76%. Below that, you'll find calcium is 1.45, and to the right, you'll find the RFV or relative feed value numbers is 421. This would be compared to a dairy farmer's fourth cut in alfalfa hay, where the crude protein would range from 25 to 27%. Calcium would be around 1.0 and relative feed value numbers would be in the 220s. Even into the late season, this Clover Chicory produces a high quality food source with crude protein at 24.59, calcium shown at 1.73, and a relative feed value number of 257. Take the Real World Wildlife Seed Challenge, dare to compare. Plant Real World Wildlife Seed side by side with competitors' similar products and see the results for yourself.